Hi everyone and welcome to the Fusion 8 topic. This week I would like to cover all things consultation. Here at Plasma Pen we have you covered. We have a consultation form that you can find on the student portal and it's already all written up, ready for you to start procedures in your clinic. So I wanted to break down this consultation form and discuss with you the importance of a consultation form and why it is important to have alongside our treatments. So first of all, our consultation forms are obviously to help with an insurance point of view. So when it comes to insurance, without a form, we're basically not covered. We need an agreement between ourselves and the therapist and make sure that we have a clear understanding about the treatment that they are about to have. And also the importance of understanding the client's health, understanding the client's lifestyle, and making sure that we can really tailor the treatments specifically to treat their conditions. So first of all, in our consultation form, it asks for the client's details. And on the client's details, it will ask for the name, the address, contact numbers, emergency contact numbers, etc. This is important for you as a clinic because number one, we can use this for marketing as long as we have permission to do so. But number two, we can also use it to our advantage really to help when we are planning on sending out newsletters or offers, or if we haven't seen them for a while within our clinic, we can send them a little prompt reminder, maybe with a special offer specifically for that client. So also on the consultation form, it will ask for the emergency contact. Now that's a really important part to make sure that's completed just in case, God forbid, but just in case in the event of an emergency, then you would be able to contact the relevant people. Then on the consultation form, it goes in depth and talks about each contraindication or a consideration. The difference between the two is I like to obviously cover my contraindications really thoroughly because it's vital to, number one, to see if anything is preventing us having the treatment done. But number two, is there any considerations for me to actually take care of this client in my clinic, that little extra TLC that they might need. For example, if they are a diabetic, type 2 diabetic, and they've been given doctor's permission to go ahead and have this treatment done, we might just need to sit them up on the bed a bit slower, just little things like that. So that's more of a consideration than a contraindication. But then when we talk about contraindications, it's things like if a client was on warfarin, for example, then that is a big no-no. We can't proceed with anyone on any anticoagulants. Therefore, then this would then determine that whether we can or cannot treat this client. So without a consultation form, the clients don't tend to tell you, especially because they think that we might not need to know. But it is a vital part to the consultation stage. So having the client's medical history, having the client's lifestyle, what supplements they might be taking, what medication they're on regularly, just to determine whether we are able to safely proceed to treatment. And this is why I like to do a pre-consultation, because there's nothing worse than getting a client in and then telling them that you can't go ahead. So I like to bring my clients in and do a full skin analysis and look at them under the light, discuss the treatment. I like to give my pre-treatment sheets out, which I'll get to later in this video. But I also like to really take my time to look at that consultation with them and make sure that they are going to be suitable for the procedure. And in some cases, they might not be suitable for, let's say, warm plasma or the hot plasma, but we could possibly use our ozone plasma or the cold plasma. So it's just about piecing together what treatment plan we're going to be able to offer this client and give them clear expectations. So that brings me to the next actual point. I've made some little reminders for myself here so I don't go off topic, because I tend to do that quite a lot. So expectations. In our form, it asks our clients, what are your expectations basically? What are you here for today? What are your skin or body concerns? Because we want to make sure that we are tailoring the treatment to get the best expectations and make sure that they are, you are clear with your expectations with your clients, and making sure that we're not kind of overselling ourselves, saying we can definitely get rid of such and such a thing, and then we don't, then we say, then we're going to be faced with a problem. So in our consent forms, it is fully explained that obviously this treatment has risks of not working as well as they hope to, but obviously worded very, very sensibly. But it's just to cover our backs, really, because not every single skin is going to respond. Some skin might get worse before it gets better, but we need to be explaining this to our clients, because without the knowledge, these clients will then go away and think that this treatment hasn't worked, or you've done something wrong. And this is where the blame comes in. And this is where I go back to having it for insurance purposes. I like to treat my consultation forms as a legal document, as if I was going to be stood up in court against a client. Not that it's ever happened, or I'm hoping it never will, but I want to make sure I have been thorough and ticked all my boxes, and I have been very clear to my client. I have explained things to them. I've given them time to think about the treatment. I haven't blindsided them with any information that's not true, and I've given them an X, Y, and Z plan, basically. Okay, so it is a very important procedure for me to get them in for a pre-consultation and skin analysis. This is all down to individual clinics. You don't necessarily have to do that step. However, I would highly recommend that that's how you would start your treatment, and it is very professional to do so. It allows us to get a deposit in, it allows us to give us a plan, check our clients' affordability, and also just clear up them expectations. So on our consultation forms, obviously we have the first page, which is all about the client, all about the client's history, as in medical history, any medications, any supplements. But we also want to have a little chat to them about what they already have as treatments, because they might be going to a clinic down the road and having microneedling on a regular basis, and then they come to you and have warm plasma, and you're going to cause some problems there. So it's all about communication. So a form is all about communicating with your client and getting some facts together before the treatment plan can be performed. So as well as consultation forms being a legal document, I also feel like by having clients' signatures, it's a really good, clear agreement between each of each party, so the client and yourself. And this is why I'm a bit of a sucker for printing. My filing cabinet is absolutely full, but I am very old school, and I understand a lot of you are online now. It depends on which way you want to do this, but I do like a pen to paper. A lot of people read better when it's pen to paper. If it's on an iPad, people tend to just scroll on the iPad, sign, and they haven't got a clue what they're signing. So I really do like to get pen to paper, but this again is up to you. But you can print these off and you can download these from the student portal, so it's an optional choice really per therapist. Okay, so what I wanted to move on to is we have the consultation form, and at the end of the consultation form, we've gone through the history for medical issues, we've gone through what they might already be having as treatments, we've taken some personal details for marketing, newsletters, offers, we've got an emergency contact number, and we have an agreement between ourselves to clear up any expectations and clear up any treatment plans that we've agreed together. But a really useful part of this consultation form is that we can actually give them the treatment plan, and we can hand that to the clients, and we can give them a written plan so that they understand what they're having as well. So at the end of the consultation form, it will have almost like a chart that you can fill in, and I tend to write the dates of the plan, what we're going to be doing, and then I have an area for therapist notes as well. So this talks about whether the client's been sensitive to certain things, what setting I used on the device, which modality I chose, which modality I want to choose on the next visit and why, what aftercare did I give this client, what